So guys, what is up? This is the next round, believe it or not, of my team career. So obviously, yeah, I'm in a situation here because it's been a bit of a situation. My teammates had a mechanical failure last time, so now I'm in a bit of a situation. I just need to try and hopefully get a good result to regain those lost points. Just going to run a few practice programs to get me those extra R&D. I'm going to go for a risky one here. Oh, dang it, unlucky. One R&D practice session done, and now I'm just going to go straight into the situation. So practice 2, I want to go straight to the quali for the race because I can't be arsed. Or actually, I might make it a long one. I'm going to go into practice 2, and it's going to, no, I'm going to skip practice 2, go into practice 3, and I'm actually going to go onto the track myself. So I'm going to skip a bit of time as well, just so I don't wait an hour. So, you know, I'm not going to do an hour anyway. Lewis has set a very decent lap so far, P3 so far. Now he's P4. Very close times there. Now he's P5. Obviously, I'm sure he'll be setting more times. I'm sure he'll set better times eventually. I'm sure he will. Very close pace. Look at this. From P1 to P14, it's all within 2.2 seconds. It is so close. Hopefully Hamilton can gain a few tenths to try and get those few positions. That extra position. Hamilton has got a better lap. I'm the only man that has not set a time yet. So that's going to be a situation. As you can see, there's his user right there. So, you know, he's having a go at me because he's interested in a post. I think I'm going to go ahead and repost this post because, yeah. Well, actually, no, just because I don't want to lose some of my members. So, yeah. Obviously, I've got my league, which is not a league, it's a gaming league more like, because I'm starting to expand it to more than F1. Which, you know, but I've also someone's also made me kind of owner of a league that I don't own, because essentially I joined just as a member, right, and then I thought originally there was only 8 rounds. No one wants to be waiting 2 months for one race. 8 rounds in a year. It's not. There's nowhere near enough. Real life, I've got 24, right, and you're gonna want similar amounts, even though it's a game at the end of the day. So essentially, what happened is, and yeah, as you can see, everyone's pretty spread out. I think I'm going to allow a little bit more room, just because of the fact I'll probably catch up quite easy. Just so I definitely don't run into traffic. I can probably set a top time straight away. That's going to affect my lap a bit. Now I've got a tiny bit of damage. This isn't the best sector, unfortunately, because of my wing damage. I go for, oh, that's not really good. Oh, my days. Even though I brake so much, I still get an invalid lap. It's so annoying. Like, it's like, if you go wide, you've got to go incredibly slow. It's kind of a situation where it's like, in real life, I don't know how it would play out. If someone goes wide, how are they going to be able to just rejoin the track? Obviously going a bit slower, purely because they did just cut half of the chicane. Otherwise they can just abuse it. I'm going to probably be setting a pretty decent lap here, but unfortunately, because of the situation, I'm not going to be having a fadded lap, which is really annoying, because was a very good lap. I'm going to go incredibly wide through there. Now, I've managed to set a 149 here, which I don't think is reasonably good. But the thing is, I think I'm OP. Oh no, I thought I set P1. I've actually only set P2, which is not as good as I thought I did, but clearly ideally I'm gonna have some I'm gonna be having one. I think I'm gonna have a tyre of softs for a race, because I don't think I would have only 2 tyres out of this whole thing. So obviously I've got lots of wet tyres. I've got 4 inches and 5 inches and 2 wets, which is pretty decent. I feel like maybe I should be able to have maybe one other inters for a dry tyre, maybe another hard or maybe another medium. Maybe another hard actually, because of the fact it might actually be required. You have to have 4 inches and 2 wets per driver in the actual real life things, but I don't know. I should have done the flying lap. This is not good. I should have done a flying lap, because I'll tell you for why. A flying lap is pretty much only the last quarter of a sector, and then I'm on straight on. But I've actually got to go around the track, then do my lap. Which, knowing the times around the circuit, I'm going to be on the borderline here. I am. So I'm going to have to really push it on the out lap. I think I'm just about going to get it. I'm going to get it by probably about 10 seconds by the end, I think. So I feel like if I was going to warm my tyres up, I would have not done it. That's annoying. Oh my god. Now I'm gaining my time back a little bit. gone a little bit wide there. Norris is obviously driving very hard to get that lap, but I'm about to smash his lap as long as I don't make any critical errors by going on the gravel here. That was on the borderline. Now through here, I'm gonna just about keep it off the gravel. I'm gonna have a. I had to brake a bit. I had to lift off there, and now because of that, I went from about almost 2 seconds up to now only 1.4, about 1.4, 1.5, which is not good. And I've gone incredibly wide. I'm going to get a terrible mess. I'm still going to come across the line for a massive improvement. I'm going to get at least like 1 second, I think, faster or something like that, or 1.2. I'm not quite sure really. I'm not. So now we're going into the race. So this is going to be interesting, for sure. I think after this round, I'm going to have to swap my components just because I've got quite a bit of wear on them now, just to be safe. Or actually, I might be able to, yeah, I think I can actually, so. Just to ensure I've got. Oh yeah. That was practice though. So now I've got 1-shot quali up next. So. Surprisingly, I'm still P1, which is surprising. Now I'm P4. In a 1-shot quali means you've only got one chance. So if you spin or you crash out, that means you basically start about at the back of a grid. You know, maybe if 2 people crash out, I think maybe if I crash in turn 4, and then someone else, not my teammate, but someone else crashes in turn 7, I would essentially be starting behind them because I didn't go as far. If I was the one to crash in turn 7 and the other one's crash in turn 4, I'll be the one starting ahead because I completed more of a lap before I crashed out. Pretty close pace there, but there's not much in it really. If he improved by 5 tenths, he could have gone up. Let me just do maths. He could have gone up into 2 positions into P8, but that's just happens. He started in the top 10, and hopefully he can gain. You know, he did show some glimmer of hope. He was in P1 for a few seconds, which obviously means he's got some straight line speed to keep up for a split second, but he's not really going to be able to carry it over the duration of laps. So obviously here, there's the element. I can go on my softs and try and just push as much as I can, or I can try and be relatively conservative. I'm one of the only people, let me have a look. I'm the only man on my mediums here, so what that says to me is I'm gonna obviously be able to overcut a lot of people because I'm on the mediums are a bit slower, but over the duration, right, they last for longer, they last for a bit longer, so I might be able to pit a few laps later, which if I get, like now, I've just got into the lead, so if I can, I might just be able to hold the lead and just gap everyone. Which obviously Verstappen's on me, so, you know, hopefully Verstappen loses a few positions just because, yeah. I'm trying to cause like almost like a scrap between everyone to try and like pass the time, if you know what I mean, to try and help Hamilton find the space on people. If like, you know, because if the people behind me are battling, it might cause a whole scrap, if you know what I mean. So then Hamilton's able to find the room somewhere. I go relatively slow here, so we kind of get in a situation there trying to find the way. And really make it difficult for them to race. Because they're on the softs, they're obviously going to lose some time, and then they're going to gain it on the straights. You know, I might get a very good run through some of the corners, or I might get a good entry onto the straight, just because they're going through a corner, and then they gain time of the time back because it's not too far into the race, so there's not much tyre wear that's in play right now. You know, but I've got a bit of tyre wear, they might have maybe 15, 9, 11, 12 for example. That's not much more than I have, so yeah. Now I'm about 3 pit box stops ahead of them, which essentially, isn't that much time, but it's enough time so that two teammates to come in further enough ahead of each other so we don't have to double stack and still come out ahead of both of them. Obviously, because they are, in the situation I'm one ahead, I'm trying to get a gap, and they've got lots of people there to kind of stay in their slipstream. They're all getting the slipstream on me, which essentially slows me down. Not slows me down, but speeds them up to give them a slight boost in speed, which gains on a lot on me. But now I'm gaining my time back. So I feel like because of the game I played earlier, they will have to pet a bit earlier because I was kind of fighting a bit with them, which meant they get tire wear whilst they were losing positions because of it. So because of that, I might have actually helped the team massively. Now I'm just trying to work out here. P2, P3, P4. Next red car I think is P5. I'll have to have a look when it's on a straight. I think he's in P9 or 10. I'm not quite sure. I'm making a mistake of going wide in that corner. That's where they're going to gain a bit of time. And as you can see, it was in 7 seconds, but it got down, it got back up, and now it's down again because they're quicker than me in this section. Which obviously that's just something normal. Obviously, I've got to try and go as fast as I can through a section, so they lose time whilst I don't lose time. I've got no pressure, there's no one in front of me to run my race. During a pit stop window, I might catch up to a lot of people, especially the people closer to last, because there's a few seconds of a gap to the next pack of cars. So, yeah. I just started my lap now, so let's see what the gap is, what sort of time it is in my lap before that back group gets on the next lap itself. It is about 29, it's about 30 seconds. obviously because of my lead now, I don't think they're ideally going to gain 10 seconds on me if I go a few extra laps. Which obviously, they're going to have fresher tyres than me at that point, but once I pit, I'm going to have quite an advantage on them. You know, because if they pit lap 12 and I pit lap 15 for the softs, that's 3 laps of advantage. That's 3 laps for extra tyres I have in them. So they're going to gain some time on me after they've pitted, and I'm still trying to push my mediums to the stint. So I'm essentially using my mediums almost as kind of a hard tyre, but in a way pushing them even more. I know my teammate's going to pit very soon, so I ain't going to worry about pitting. I'm going to try and get this gap up to about 12 seconds now. So I'm really trying to push quite a decent size gap. I don't really want to pit this lap, to be honest, because I don't think it's worth it, quite frankly. No one else has pitted yet, so why would I pit earlier when I've got a tyre that should last longer? I mean, the team for me has got that undercut plan, but I want to overcut, so that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, someone went into a pit spare, as you can see. what I think I'm going to try and do is just push it to the absolute maximum until they're about 22 seconds behind, because I'm pretty sure the average pit stop is around 20 seconds, so, you know. But it looks like this pit lane is a lot smaller, so I feel like the pit stops are going to be a lot less. I've got a very important question here. What is the average pit stop time around Belgium? No, as in the pits and out of the pits, not just in the pit box. No, like on the game, like is it when you go into the pits, go into your pit box and exit, is it 20 seconds, is it 22, is it... Just because I thought that was the average time. Just because I'm in my team career, I'm currently in the lead, everyone's pitted besides me. I'm about 32 seconds ahead of second. And I'm just going to see how far I can push my mediums to really ensure I don't get much wear on my softs. Soon. How am I setting green S's with 38 wear? How? Yeah. I mean, I set a purple on last lap to be fair, but... What AI is this? I don't see the difficulty thing anywhere. I don't think I can view it. 13 to 22. So... so far, how do you think this race has been? Do you think I've maintained my pace, or do you think I've done shit considering the AI? Well, 33 precisely, but I've tapped the wall there at turn 1, so that's not very good. But I pushed, but I didn't get any damage, so I'm happy. Jesus, that's fitted fast, Jesus. Because before I started the race, I went into the, what do you call it, like a menu thing, where you can see all standings and stuff like that, before I press start race. Fitted new parts. I thought it took a weekend to actually install, but it installed straight away. So I went to have a look, and my parts are either 0101012%. And I thought, considering my teammate got a DNF last round, it would be about time to change the parts. It's my team, so it's my own team. Lewis Hamilton. I had Michael Schumacher before the contract, but I decided to get a new driver just because Lewis Hamilton might get me some good results. Let me just have a look at these. So that's P2 and 3 there. P4, P5, P6, he's P8 and he started P10. So he's gained some places. Should I push it to... I'm going to push it to lap 15 because I'm well enough ahead. Yeah, sure. Hold on. My phone better not have died. No, my phone hasn't died. I'm going to plug it in just to be safe. I'm turning my PC on because it's plugged into my PC, just to ensure it does actually charge. because I have zero clue how much my phone is on, so I don't want it to die like it did last round. Because I was racing, I didn't realise my phone died, so essentially I didn't upload it. So oh yeah, unfortunately guys, the last round of round 13 I think it is, wasn't been able to be released, because when I went onto the camera roll to see how much it did record, it didn't show at all. So it looks like it kind of almost cancelled the whole video when the phone died, which is really annoying, but yeah. I'm just going to log on to Roblox here just so that I've got a game in it. I'm AFK on the PC. Just midway during my race, because it's a very important thing to have my phone charged so I can produce the videos. Yeah. 15 or 22. A purple S1. What is going on with these tyres, bro? Let me just have a look. Race director. I'm going to have a look at my lap. So when my last lap was this. So I sat. So 148. So yeah. The target for the next sector is anywhere faster than a 47.5. So let's see if I can do it. Yeah, I know, but that's the thing. Once I come out, I'm going to be able to get them straight away because of my new tyres. True, but they're 34 seconds behind. I don't think they're going to get me. Belgium, mate. That massive circuit. To be honest, I'd say the circuit's shaped like a gun. I'm not even going to lie. Because, like, that pit straight and then turn one kind of looks like a pointy end of it, if you know what I mean. And then, oh, I've been given a time penalty. I'll rewind that, thank you very much. It was about here, was it? Yeah, here I just go I go onto that blue bit, so I'm just gonna lift off about here to prevent me doing that. There we go. I actually set a faster lap as well, just not by much, but just by a few milliseconds, which I'm still happy about. Boxes lap. Right, so set soft tyres. Boxes lap. Why do my armpits always itch so much? I don't know why. I can never seem, no matter how much I wash under there, they're always itching. Oh. shit. I don't know why, but I've got this weird obsession with blood. I don't know why, but it's just like whenever I see blood, I like it. I mean, sometimes when you know people say the word blood, it makes my whole body go cold, but or just make me freeze. But if you know what I mean, but it's just whenever I see blood, I kind of like on my own blood specifically, not other humans' blood. I kind of just I'm just speaking to myself really, and my viewers. No, it's a YouTube video. I mean, they've only got my Twitch link. I don't even think you can do it through Xbox, to be honest, just Twitch. Is this pit strategy going to pay off, or are they going to gain on me like Curtis said and get powered by me? Let's see. I suppose so. I've tapped the wall there, though. That's not the end of the world. Don't pick up a penalty. Look, that's the first. I'm not gonna lie. That's the first time I've actually ever gone into a pit and not got a penalty. I don't know how. Optional spot 2.3, 2.4, 2.3. Go. And I'm gonna come out. Where am I gonna come out ahead of them? Let's have a look. The time gap is just updating now. So they go from about 34 seconds behind to about 15. So, and now out the gaps. Oh no, Ricardo's out of the session. Oh no. Where's Mr. Hamilton? Let's see. He looks about the same position. Unfortunately, Hamilton has got a bit of a gap to P7 or wherever it is. P2, P3. That next Ferrari is P4. P5, yeah, he's P8. He's P8. And I'm just going to go on to teammate status just to confirm that. 28.4 seconds. Oh, 9th. That's not good. True. Alexa, in Formula 1, how many points does 9th place get? I'm pretty sure it's 3.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
You taking a piss. So I'm going to be getting 26 from myself. Because obviously win plus fastest lap is 26. 25 for win, 1 for fastest lap. You know what? I think just for content, there's a good almost 5-second gap to P4. I'm gonna actually slow down and let them P2 and 3 catch up for a fight. Because why not? 18 or 22. So they're gonna have, I'm gonna go very slow through here to let them gain a lot of time. I went on the gravel by mistake as well, so that's gonna let them gain a lot. So 13 seconds, 12 seconds. I'm gonna go now because otherwise they're gonna get me too easy, because otherwise they're gonna have way too much speed on me. They're about 3 seconds behind. I have a bit of a moment there. I almost spin my car off. It felt like I was about to spin because I had a bit of a moment on the throttle, I think. I'm going to go relatively wide into the chicane to try and allow them to not get down my outside, but I'm going to brake early as well, just to really... Go, 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 go. What problem was that? What problem was that on the car? Oh no. Right, it's on the third one, I think it is. Oh, it's the rear. It's the rear. It's my wing. It's my wing. They're going to have DRS. DRS is offline. That is not good. Oh no, Leclerc's all back on me here. But I'm going to handle it. I'm going to handle the pressure very well. I'm going to maintain that position. (19 to 22). Yes, I did. I don't know. YouTube, can you hear this guy? Actually, it's a video, so they can't, right now they can't hear me because it's not uploaded. It's still in progress. Please comment below if you could hear this Curtis guy. Leclerc, are you going to go down on the inside, buddy? Or are you not going to go down? Because that's the question I would love answered. I really push it through this corner. I'm going to go for it. I'm going for this end through these corners. I go on the gravel. I almost have a spin. Oh my goodness. I go on the gravel once again. I go on the gravel a tiny bit once again. These mistakes are coming to me. I go on it again. What is going on with me? They were literally 5 tenths behind, and it's on a very big piece of straight as well. They're just too far back to get me, luckily. And I go relatively deep into that chicane, and I go wide on the exit. And on top of that, I've had to change controller. My DRS is still offline. Is this going to be enough though? This is the question. No. You know what? I'm bored. I'm going to allow them, not allow them through, but allow them to get right onto the back of me. Here. Almost allow them to kind of get a move on me. Kind of. I'm going to allow them to get down my inside for the views and the drama and the fun. They weren't able to get it. They weren't able to gain on it there. Now I'm going to accelerate. I've lost 2 positions now. I give Norris a bit of a tap. My bad, Norris. I've given Leclerc another tap as well. What is going on? I get by them with minimal contact. I'm a very aggressive driver when it comes to winning though. But I'm not too aggressive, unlike Lemon. There's this kid that's 10, right? His name is called I Love Lemons. His Xbox is called Man City Best. Bro, today I was in a league race with one of the people I know online, right? Bro, he took me out and someone else out so many times. It's ridiculous. It's insane. The amount of times he takes us. The thing is, I accidentally tapped him, right? I apologised and he still called me dirty. Yeah, but you want to know the fact, yeah? There are so many incidences, right? On the first bit, the owner said we were restarting. But on the first one, him and someone else tried to take me the fuck out. And Lemon's got himself out of the session because of it. Because it was Qatar, so instead of taking me out, he launched himself straight into the wall. Not a battle, no one yet, it's the last lap. Oh, I don't remember. Leclerc! What are you doing, buddy? Oh no! Under threat. I'm pushing and shoving him through his corner. I get the move done. What a move to finish off this race. But Leclerc goes back at me for a second. Yeah. James _ gaming, about 450 subs, right. 4 tenths behind, is this going to be enough? 7 tenths behind, 8 tenths behind, 1 second behind. I don't know. Oh shit! I made a mistake! I accidentally accelerated. I accidentally accelerated and Leclerc just got by me. Oh, that's painful. Driver of the day, Charles Leclerc. That's still decent points for my team, though. I'll take it. Standings. Beast Racing have moved up in maps constructors. I am still P6, unfortunately. Oh, are you kidding me? That win would have put me, I think, to P4. That's how close P6. That's how close it is. Anyway, so my old teammate for Beast Racing, which is my team name, is 106. So far, after 2 or 3 rounds, my teammate is on 7. New one is on 78. No joke. Yeah. No, 1.27 mil there. That's pretty decent result. I'm just going to do the final bit of this, which is just do a bit of R&D and stuff like that. So I've got, I don't know how much cash do I have on my team so far, because I was one, I don't know how much, so I am on 23.7 mil, so I can afford to get another upgrade. So I think I'm going to go for aerodynamics. Let's have a look. R&D. Yeah, aerodynamics. Build time. There we go. Oh, but was that a bad? Oh, I think that was a very bad move, actually. A very bad move. I got build time for 11 mil, and then fabrication for another 10 mil, and now I'm only on 2.7 mil. Yeah. Minus 50k, not that bad. Now R&D. Yes! I'm doing something. Oh, I can't do any more R&D, can I? Or can I? Let's have a look. Advance. Oh my god. Right, I don't know. Yeah, but I'm trying to do something else right now. But I need to get some more R&D points in. Oh my god. That's horrible. That is the worst thing that can happen. 3 parts failed. Oh my god. That is awful. I can't. That is terrible for the team. Right. 26th of August. Crankshaft is unlocked. Oh, I've already done that. Can't afford that one. So, now 19th. Anyway, so activities I need to do now. And just to show the progress is saved for the video and for myself, I'm going to go back into it very quickly. And it says the next round. I'm just going to go into it again. And I'm going to leave once I see it.